Here's a quick video on how to use an ARB tire deflator. So what you're going to do is there's a little valve in here that looks kind of like this, and how it works is that you screw the deflator on, the valve is going to pop out, the air is going to come out, and then you're going to screw that valve back into the tire stem. So how this works, on the Rubicon, for whatever reason, the tire valves, the stems are a little bit longer than a normal one. So I have these little O-rings. I pop over that. I make sure this thing is all the way pulled out like that. I screw it on the tire stem. And now that's on there, I'll push this in and then get it to catch and then unscrew it. So I'm unscrewing that valve in there right now, and once that's done, I'll let this pop out, and now you can move this thing to deflate the tire. So if I pull this out, air will pop, air will come out, and then you can use the gauge to see how many PSIs are in the tire. So when you pull it out, and then you push it back, you can see it's about 33.5, 34 PSIs. Do it again, and just keep going until you're at your desired pressure. Once you are, you're going to want to push this in like so and screw it clockwise. Once it's screwed all the way in, I like to kind of put my finger on the end of this to make sure it catches that valve correctly. What I like to do next is pull this out and then push this little thing out a little bit to make sure that valve is in there. And as you heard, it'll kind of pop a little bit and then it'll stop. If that valve isn't in, that air is going to keep coming out of that tire, and when you unscrew this, it's going to be a mess. So once you know it's on correctly, then you can unscrew this over here. And then you're good. So if you have a Rubicon and if you don't use my little O-ring tip, what's going to happen when you screw it on? I'm going to push this in, take the valve out, and it might be kind of hard to hear, but there's a tiny air leak coming over here. So, that's just my tip that I found. Get to your desired pressure, and it's not a huge leak, it's just a little tiny leak. And then you can put that valve back in again. Remember, you just push it in, screw it down, pull this out a little bit, pop it to make sure the valve is in there all the way. It is. No air is coming out, and now you can remove this. And that's about it.